With an off-campus commuter population of over 50% at Monmouth University, according to U.S. News, the recently implemented gas tax is likely to have an impact on students. Most, if not all, gas stations surrounding campus in Monmouth County have crossed the $2 threshold, some even nearing the $2.50 mark. As reported by Samantha Marcus for NJ.com, money coming in from the increased tax is meant to go to the Transportation Trust Fund, which ran dry over the summer. This fund is responsible for road, bridge, and railroad repairs and maintenance statewide. In an effort to offer some type of tax relief to New Jersey residents, lawmakers have proposed a sale tax decrease over the course of the next 2 years, reaching 6.625% by 2018. The American Automobile Association estimates that the gas tax increase will end up costing drivers an additional $170 a year. New Jersey native planning on moving back after spending 5 years in Maryland, Catherine Gepner, shared her thoughts with us. "I'm not sure," she says, "if the sales tax decrease will offset the increase in gas price. People may not be motivated to spend money despite the lower tax when they have to increase their gas budget." While some, such as Catherine, are wary of the increase and displeased with what the state is offered in return, others feel unaffected by the tax increase. Personally, I haven't seen much of an increase in what I pay for gas about twice a month, and while a 0.4 decrease in sales tax over the next 2 years doesn't really seem to balance out the gas increase, I'd much rather have smooth roads and safe bridges than a collective $170 in my pocket every year. Monmouth University commuting student Michelle Wabb expressed her thoughts on the tax and just how much it will affect her.
So my commute from home to school is about 40 minutes, and I fill up my gas tank once every week and a half because I have a small car. I have a Honda Civic, so it's good on gas. The price that it costs me to fill up my gas tank has only gone up maybe like $5 since the tax increase. I don't think it's really that big of a deal for me because I have a small car. I don't think that the gas tax is really going to affect me.
While Monmouth University is in an area that is relatively walkable and campus is accessible by public transportation, will the gas increase disrupt people's daily routines? Is the state doing enough to offer relief from the increased gas prices? Stay tuned for our next segment where we'll be looking at just how much this gas tax will affect people's lives. According to a U.S. Census report from 2010 to 2014, the average work commute for people in New Jersey is approximately 80 minutes round trip. This estimate would round out roughly 7 hours of driving in a 5-day work week per person. With gas prices climbing higher over the past several weeks, is it possible that people will start choosing public transportation or carpooling for their commute? As the holidays fast approach, people tend to find themselves keeping a closer eye on their spending habits. As previously mentioned, the state has rolled out a plan that will slightly decrease sales tax in an effort to offer relief of the increased gas tax. Unfortunately, the decrease is stated to only be about 0.3%, according to Samantha Marcus's report for NJ.com. In her report, Governor Christie defends the small decrease, claiming the 0.3% drop will add up to an annual $575 million. Nancy Nazar, lifelong New Jersey resident who now splits her time between the U.S. and Australia, seemed to be unsure of Christie's defense. The $575 million sounds nice, but realistically, it's hard to say whether or not consumers will actually benefit from it. Everyone has different spending habits, so for someone who is a small-time consumer, they're hardly seeing any benefit from the decreased sales tax while shelling out more for their gas. Many people I've spoken with weren't even aware of the fact that sales tax was slated to be decreased. This just goes to show that it has yet to really have any kind of positive effect to offset the increased gas tax. So what can you do to offset the higher gas prices? Utilizing public transportation for your commute or carpooling seem to be the next step. NJ Transit has an abundance of options to offer savings for commuters, including weekly, monthly, and business passes. But if you don't want your commute to be dictated by a strict timetable, carpooling could be your best bet. Dr. Ivan Gepner, an associate professor at Monmouth University, agrees that carpooling is the best way to beat the gas tax. With carpooling, there's a lot of different ways you can split the cost. Any way you look at it, you'll be saving money. Additionally, roads would be less congested, which would help you get to where you need to go much faster. As it seems, the state's planned relief efforts for the increased tax on gas is not sitting well with residents. Though there are other options of transportation, such as carpooling, that have proven themselves to be more appealing to some. However, especially with the cold weather headed our way, there is a chance that on-campus activities, such as sporting events, may see lower attendance records as students may feel less willing to drive back to campus after class. With no future plan outlined to reduce the gas price once the transportation fund is replenished, we can only have hope that the roads and bridges are improved upon as promised and we don't end up paying more money for nothing.